Would you like coffee or tea? Americano or espresso? I don't know how I can espresso. All my feels we can take in the sun.
Today we are making vegan pho, and first step for vegan pho is toasting our spices. So I have a 5-star anise right here, and 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds, and 1.5 tablespoon of coriander seeds, and 1 teaspoon of cloves, and 2 sticks of Saigon cinnamon. So if you cannot find Saigon cinnamon stock, you can actually use regular cinnamon stock as well. That's completely fine. And I have a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cardamom. If you can find whole cardamom, go ahead and use that, like a 1 or 2. I couldn't find it, that's why I'm using little dried cardamom, okay? And I'm just gonna put this into my dried pan and just toast this spice until you can smell the aroma. I know you can smell the aroma already because they are pretty strong spices, but you can tell in between regular toast and toasted bread, the smell's different, right? Before I was plant-based, even though I love pho, I didn't make at home that often because it's so much more convenient to go to pho restaurant to eat it, because it takes long time and long preparation to make a good bowl of pho. But when you're actually making vegan pho, you will find yourself making vegan pho way more often because it takes a lot shorter time and the ingredients are super more simpler. Turn off the heat. I can smell this beautiful aroma. Amazing. I'm gonna just set aside to this plate. And onto the same dry pan, we are going to char up our ginger and super large onion. I just found this onion super large, but you just need maybe 2 regular size onion, or 1 large like this is about 1 pound. So I'm just gonna peel them and cut it in half, and cut ginger into half as well, just like so. And we are going to place the ginger and onion onto the dry pan. And I'm gonna turn the heat to high, and we are going to char them like until their surface has like a nice charred black marks around, because that is the key flavor for making pho, and they will do their magic. Throughout this process, your pan might be smoked a little bit, maybe a lot. Don't be scared, it's okay. But if you have a smoke alarm in your house, kind of watch out, because it will let your smoke alarm go off, like beep, beep, beep. Trust me, I have that experience before. Ooh, yes, that's what we want. Oh yeah. Since the onion has a lot more sugar, they actually caramelize and char more faster than ginger. So ginger is fantastic during this weather, when the weather is getting a little colder and you feel a little itchy on your throat. You absolutely want to have a lot more ginger in your diet to kind of keep your immune system and also heal the cold in your body. They're beautifully charred both sides. Smells fantastic in this house already. Okay, now I'm going to bring my pot right here, and then going to add this charred onion and ginger into the pot. Add the toasted spices. So you can actually put them in a tea bag, a little tea bag thing that you can get from Amazon. I thought I have it, but I don't have it in my house, so I'm just gonna pour all in here. I'm gonna just strain it later. So, and this is optional ingredients, but I'd like to put a little bit of green onion roots. So when you buy green onion, go ahead and save all the green onion roots for this recipe, or even any soup recipe. Green onion root gives such an earthy, deep flavor to your broth, whatever broth that you're making, and it gives, it's just so hearty and delicious. You need about 6 green onion roots. My green onion roots are like really long like this because this is a homegrown ones, but even short ones is completely fine. Okay, I'm gonna add it like that right there. I think that should be enough. And 3 to 5 cilantro root, only if you can find them. If you can find the cilantro root, just go ahead and use only cilantro stem part, and that's completely fine. We just want that little bit of cilantro flavor in the broth, and then add into the broth. And save the leaves for other use. And today I'm gonna actually put some cilantro on my pho, so I'm gonna save it right here. And a pound of radish or carrot. I am very proud to tell you that I grew this radish from the seed. It took me like less than 2 months to grow this big, and I'm so proud of them. It's such a different appreciation when you actually grow your own vegetable. I just so happy and so grateful. Look how beautiful it is. I'm so happy. Cut your radish or the carrot, so you can use either one. I actually made it with carrot at the very first time. It was delicious. Just cut them into big chunks like this. And then put it in here. It's actually main ingredients for our broth, where the sweetness and the delicious flavor into the broth and all this weird looking root and everything. Pound of green cabbage. You know this is not green cabbage. This is a bottom of bok choy. I could not find green cabbage. Please do use green cabbage. We need that green cabbage sweetness to the broth. I honestly never made it with bok choy, so I'm a little nervous, but hopefully it turns out right. All right, this is all the vegetables and spices we are using for vegan pho. And you guys are probably questioning, Seonkyoung, like, we trust your flavor file, and really those green cabbage and radish and green onion root, really? Those are the broth ingredients? Trust me guys, you guys will love this. I'm telling you, this is the bomb diggity vegan pho. Is so good. You're gonna find yourself making it over and over and over again, I promise you. And I'm gonna pour 16 cups of cold water. Looks so gorgeous, looks so beautiful. I'm gonna turn the heat, bring it to boil, and we are going to simmer them for 45 minutes to an hour. Not 5-6 hours or the next day tastes better kind of deal. This is why I tell you that you're gonna find yourself making this recipe over and over and over again. I don't think I made pho at home this many times before, because this is so easy and delicious. It's crazy. Forgot to mention, you need to cover it. So while the soup is simmering, I'm going to cook my rice noodles. So for pho, I like this little small size thin rice noodles, but any rice noodles that you can find, you can use. I love rice noodles. They digest so well, so light. And yeah, I have so many different rice noodles in my pantry. I'm just gonna use actually this one that I already opened. I just got one new one just in case if I runs out fast. I actually have 2 of this in my pantry. Always have rice noodles in your pantry. Anyways, I'm gonna cook this in the boiling water. You don't have to add salt or anything when you're cooking rice noodles, okay? I cook rice noodles a little ahead like this because I learned this tip from B. You guys know B, that who shared her bumboe recipe with you guys and bun ryu recipe with you guys. So delicious, she's an amazing cook. And she actually shared the tip when you cooking rice noodles for the either soup or for the salad, you cook it, drain it, rinse under the water, and then let it dry a little bit, let the rice dry a little bit. So that way the rice noodles will absorb the broth and the flavor so much better. So that's what I started doing it after I learned that from her. So I want you two guys to do it too because it makes actually a huge difference. So my broth has been simmering for a while, and I think it's about time to strain my broth. You can actually save this radish if you use the radish like me. I'm actually going to save it to later use, or you can actually serve the radish as a topping for this vegan pho. I personally like different toppings for my pho, so I actually use this radish for different side dishes I make. I like to mix with some chili oil, a little bit of vinegar, and little soy sauce. It's an amazing snack. So try that with this radish if you use the radish. Carrot, I usually just discard, but yeah. And make sure you squeeze your onion and cabbage because we do want that flavor in this broth. My whole entire house smells like a fall restaurant right now. Can you imagine? After all the veggies are out, if you didn't use the tea bag for the spices, you actually need to strain with a real fine strainer. Almost, this is actually skimmer. So I got this from Amazon. I will put the link down below, exact same on the where I got it, so you can use it too. It's very essential cooking tool. After you strain it, the broth is about 11 to 12 cups of the broth, and it is perfect 6 servings. So we haven't seasoned our broth yet. I just didn't want to season the broth with all the vegetables in because all the vegetables will actually absorb all the seasoning when we are going to take them out. It doesn't make sense. So I like to season my vegan pho after I strain the broth. So first, I'm gonna add this mushroom soy sauce. They are super delicious. So if you actually see this in your Asian grocery store, definitely get a bottle of it, or you can just use regular soy sauce too. Pho is usually seasoned with fish sauce. And what's my fish sauce substitute? Yondu. It's not sponsored. I buy this from Amazon because I cannot find them in Maui, so I get this big jar of it from Amazon. It's so worth it. In my plant-based life, this is a must. My pho recipe actually calls a rock sugar. I couldn't find rock sugar, so I'm just gonna use regular sugar. You just need 2 teaspoons and 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt. So amount of salt is to your taste. So taste it after you add 2 teaspoons. If it's right salty amount, then that will be enough for you. If you want a little more, go ahead and add a teaspoon at a time. You want the soup to be a little more of like, ooh, it's a little salty kind of level, because other this topping ingredients and the noodles we are getting into the soup, that it will dilute out the soup flavor a little bit or the saltiness a little bit. Turn the heat back on to medium high. And for my vegan pho topping, I love mushrooms. This is beach mushrooms. So any mushrooms that you can find, you can use. This is my favorite mushroom for vegan pho, so I'm gonna add this. Before you add, just need to separate them. Another my favorite mushroom to add in here is shiitake mushrooms. They're delicious. This is actually extra farm tofu that they fried. So the outer skin is nice and golden and chewy texture is perfect for the soup dish like this, or even just marinating and grill it too. So I use this mushroom, this tofu a lot. So I highly recommend to have some in your house. What I'm gonna do is just slice them nice and thin so it's easy to eat with the mushrooms and noodles. For my taste, about 8 ounces of this fried tofu and about 4 ounces of mushroom is perfect for 2 serving toppings. But if you love extra topping on your pho, go for it. You don't have to follow exact amount I'm using, okay? So just do you. All we have to do is just bring this broth back to boil, because we want to make sure to cook the mushrooms and reheat the tofu and everything. So it won't take like that long, maybe a couple of minutes. And meanwhile, I'm going to prep my beautiful pho vegetable plate. So on my plate, I already have some bean sprouts and some chili peppers. And you can go ahead and add some citrus, which is lemon, lime, or any citrus that you want to use. I'm gonna use calamansi today since I have this in my refrigerator. Calamansi is a Filipino citrus. It's amazing with sugarcane juice and in the fall too. And some Thai basil. Thai basil is amazing in this fall. Beautiful. I'm going to chop some cilantro and some green onion and slice a little bit of a red onion. You can use a regular onion too if that's what you want to do. All right, I think I'm ready to assemble my pho. So grab your bowl and remember the noodles that we dried, like so. I'm gonna add these noodles into the bowl. So in here, go ahead and sprinkle some cilantro, chop the green onions, and thinly sliced red onions. Just break them down like so. All we have left is pour this delicious full broth with the toppings just right on top of the bowl. It looks so good, like amazing. Oh my God, I am like drooling, like seriously. I'm so excited to eat this. You need to go out? Let's go. Oh, can I cool down a little bit? Oh my God. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, feels so good. Come on, Bendy. Oh my God, feels so good. Oh, so much better. I personally love little citrus in my pho. It's up to you. Either you add a little lemon juice or not. It's completely up to you. And maybe little slices of chili. I love chili. And some bean sprouts. I don't know if I have a room for bean sprouts here or not, but and some Thai basil. And I really love my chili oil in my pho. Oh yeah. And make sure you serve your pho with some sriracha and hoisin sauce. Oh yes, must. So good. And especially with my chili over there too. Dip your tofu in hoisin and sriracha sauce. Oh my goodness, this is so good. This is what I needed it. Why don't we bring us our chair and sit here? Maybe we should put the camera a little down too. My sugarcane juice that we squeezed, I think a few days ago. I added some calamansi here too. Sugarcane and calamansi is like.
Like sitting down for the meal.
So good. I actually like this setup. We can actually sit down here. Because on the kitchen counter we cannot sit. 맛있어?
That's so good. I don't know how many times we've had this, and every time I'm like blown away. Vegan pho should not taste as good.
If you watch my vlog, you probably know that we squeeze our sugarcane juice. We grow a lot of our own vegetables here now. So proud of ourselves. Guys, if you liked my vegan pho recipe, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more like this. And also Maui Farmhouse vlog, that my everyday cooking, super casual, relaxing, calm, give you kind of peace of mind type of vlog. Subscribe. If you didn't like it, thumbs down or something, whatever you want to do, that's fine too. Yeah, and let us know why on the comment. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Sweet, but it's all gentle.